Woo! Welcome, gentlemen. If you are the first person in your family who's really trying to get rich, you are fighting more than just hard work and luck. You are also fighting your programming. It does not matter how hard you work. We are always going to end back up at zero and we can never truly make our money. I made some money quite a few times in my life, some good money, and I was happy with it. However, time and time again, I lost it and I couldn't understand why. So I'm going to break this down for you as simply as possible so you can understand what's actually going on, fix the problem, and then money will flow to you and it won't feel like you're desperately trying to grab it and it's constantly running away from you. Magic whiteboard, let's get into it. The way our reality works for every single one of us is very simple. It's actually an equation. It's called P.T.F.A equals R. No matter what you're going after in your life, no matter what you want to achieve, this equation comes into play. The P stands for programming. Programming is anything that we've been taught about money, whether it's been taught to us directly or we've just heard our parents saying it as we've been growing up. Programming is the first part of this four-step process, which leads to our results in our life. The second step is thoughts. Whatever we've been programmed about, whatever is in our subconscious mind, this will shape every single thought that we have in our life. These end up being the beliefs that we internally hold about money and wealth. What do our thoughts shape? Our thoughts end up shaping our feelings. Our feelings are going to shape our emotions that we have around money, whether it be fear, whether it be guilt, whether it be excitement. It all depends on what our programming was initially. Our feelings are going to lead to our everyday actions that we take without even realizing it, because everything we're talking about here is all about the subconscious mind. This is the part of the mind that we're not actively using and thinking about. This is our baseline, which controls everything we do, whether or not we actually realize the effect it's having on our life. Programming, thoughts, feelings, actions, what does that create? That creates our results or our physical reality that we experience in this world. So if we want to change our physical reality, we have to go back and change the P. We have to change the programming. If we change the programming, everything else flows in succession and eventually our reality is going to change as a result of that. But why does this actually matter for us on a day-to-day basis? If you're someone who grew up hearing things like money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, it's wrong to have lots of money, billionaires are morally corrupt, all that sort of stuff, that is your default programming. That programming is going to silently sabotage all your decisions moving forward, even when you very consciously want nothing else but to get richer. We can work as hard as we want, but that doesn't matter. If our programming is set on the wrong course, our actions are going to match our subconscious beliefs, not our goals. If that sounds like the way you grew up around people who have negative thoughts or negative things attached to people who have a lot of money, this is what we start with. Programming. Money is hard to get. Doesn't matter if we believe it, we've heard someone say it, it's now in our mind. What do we think about? We think, if I lose this, I might never get it back. What is our feeling to that? Our feeling is probably going to be one of fear. You can see here we're starting to track down this very negative path. This is our stock here, and it is not looking very good. We're already losing. So if we're feeling fearful about money, if we don't want to lose it, what is our action then going to be? Well, our action is probably going to be to play it safe. We don't want to take that risk. What if we lose the money? That could be a problem. This is all we know now. And the result of that action is we're going to trend down and we're going to stay stuck here at the bottom. Anytime we try and work really hard to get up here, eventually we're going to come down to our baseline programming, and this is where we're going to live down here. And you might be thinking to yourself now, that's all well and good, but I want money so badly. I believe in this so much. Surely that's going to override my programming and I can go forward and get it. Unfortunately, that is not the case. When our subconscious mind has to choose between deeply rooted emotions and logic, emotions are always going to win that battle. If you see it in your mind as, if I do this, I might disappoint my family, I might lose their approval, your subconscious mind is going to take the action of self-sabotage to stop you from reaching your goals. That might not look like something drastic. For me, when I started to take money, the first thing I'd do is sit back, relax, take my foot off the gas. I would never take that momentum and truly push through. It's those tiny little actions that our subconscious mind decides this is okay right now. We can do this because our subconscious is not programmed for wealth. It's programmed for something completely different, which we do not want. And so this is the most important part of the entire video right here. How do we actually change this? The first thing we need to change this is simply awareness. We need to be aware of what's currently going on in our mind. So what you can do about this, sit down, either write on your phone or write on a piece of paper and list out every single belief you currently have about money. Maybe it's that money is evil. Maybe it's that people who have money must have done some bad things. They must have shafted some people in order to get where they are. Any belief you have around money, cross it down. We're going to become aware of what's actually going on in our initial programming. This is where we move into step 2, which is going to be reprogramming. That's where we're going to take all that out of our mind, all that nasty stuff that we don't want to believe anymore, and we're going to replace it with positive versions of whatever that was. All those beliefs we're now going to replace with empowering beliefs. Things like money flows to me through value I create. I no longer need money. I trust myself and I know it's going to come around. But whatever your empowering beliefs are, we're not just going to write them down. We're going to say them out loud daily, and we're going to say them with conviction. This is something we believe now. This is our core programming. And the final step, once we've reprogrammed, and this will start to happen for you subconsciously as well, but let's think about it a bit as well. Let's speed up this process. Final point is going to be action alignment. We're now going to start going out into the world, consciously and subconsciously, taking steps that match our new beliefs, being a bit smarter with our money, investing, learning high value skills, building assets, and when we get some, we're not just going to spend it because we feel bad about having it. We are going to go about this in a completely different way. And I have one final gem for you lads, which you absolutely need to understand. If you go out into the world and you are seeking to change the things around you, you're seeking to change the outside, you want to chase that result, change that thing, you will absolutely fail. The only thing we can control is internal. And our external world, as I've just shown you through here, is merely a sum of our internal programming. If you want to change what's outside, you have to change what's on the inside first. If you have a car and it's not running, what are you going to do? Are you going to polish it, shine it, clean the outside as much as possible? Is that going to fix the problem? Absolutely not. Maybe it doesn't have petrol on it. Maybe the engine needs a fix. The internal is what's actually going to get us where we need to go. You can work on the external of that car as much as you want. You can buff it until you see your face shine in it. All that's going to happen there is it's a ton of work and hard effort wasted, and you have actually moved absolutely nowhere. So, boys, if you want to be the first rich person in your family, you can't just work harder. You have to rewire the beliefs and emotions and decide what you do with money. Otherwise, those emotions will win over you every single time, and we do not want that. So if you got some value from this, boys, drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'm here to help you lads out. If you haven't already subscribed, you better. The videos are only getting better day by day. I'm still uploading daily, and I'm still trying to improve with every single upload. So if you got some value from this, or in a month's time, boy, you're going to get some good stuff. So like the video, subscribe, share it to your nan, share it to your mum, especially if she's proper langers. And as always, boys, I will catch you in the next video. Whoop-pow!